What's up? How's it hanging? So today I am going to do a quick makeup tutorial because I have a photo shoot in about 3 hours and I wanted to do like a neutral kind of, hey, this look goes with almost anything kind of look for those of you who are like, well, I don't know what colors to do with my eyeshadow and whatnot. This look will go with pretty much anything, which is best for those of us who do photo shoots because we have to change our outfits a lot. And if you have to change your makeup a lot to match your outfit, it can be very time consuming. So yeah, this will just be something like that, like a simple, I'm going to a photo shoot, this is the look that I'm doing kind of tutorial. So anyways, yep, here we go. So I start off with a bit of concealer. I put it on the backs of my eyes, cover any pimples, any blemishes, and then I put it on my eyelids, just as like a simple base. I feel like it just like helps my eyeshadow stay a little bit more, and then I use my wetted beauty blender to just like blend it out a little bit. And next I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. I like to put my eyeshadow on before the rest of my makeup. I bought this palette a little while ago. I love it. It's got a lot of light colors. I'm not very picky on what brushes I use. Something flat gets those like base colors. Right here I'm using like a light white as my base, and then I will move on to a more peachy skin tone color, but I like to use the flat brushes because they apply this type of eyeshadow a lot better. And I just kind of put this from brow to lashes, kind of just like all over solid base. So as you can see, it like looks blended all the way top to bottom. Yeah. And then I use a kind of like thicker brush and a like very light brown as my starting color. When I do looks like these that are very universal, I stick to light browns and pinks because they kind of just tend to go with everything. And when I put on the light browns, I stay kind of like under my brow bone to my lid. It's kind of just where I put them, maybe a little above my brow bone, and then I go to a darker shade of brown. And as I do this process, I continue to darken and darken the brown and go from the crease of my like eye in the corner all the way back. Like I'll change the shade the farther back I go. So this brown I put more towards the middle of my eye and back. As you can see, I am singing to the music I'm playing. Next, I am going to use a kind of like orangish color. It's like an orangish brown, and I put that above my brow bone. I am mirroring this look off of one that I saw on the internet. It definitely does not look like the picture that I found on the internet because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how girls do that. But I kind of just like look at an eye look and then I kind of just mimic whatever colors they use. I'm a very like trust the process kind of makeup applier. Like I definitely don't know what I'm doing, but I try real hard to make it look like I do know what I'm doing. Next I'm going to use my Twilight eyeshadow palette and use darker, more rich kind of orange and put it in there. I don't like to put tape on my eyes because it just feel like it just does not look good. It's too sharp of an edge and I don't like that sharp edge. That's what I use my eyeliner for when I do a wing. Now I'm gonna go in with my darker browns. Again, I'm not very picky on what brushes I use. Normally when I'm like putting on solid colors like this, I use like thicker blending brushes, but I am not a professional, so I kind of just use whatever. When I go in with my darker colors, like my black, I'm going to go in with the black right now. I have this kind of like flat, thick triangle type brush that I go in, and it really like gets in my creases a lot better than more like one of those like blending brushes that I use. I usually use like dark brown or black with this brush. And then I just go in with a basic blending brush and I kind of just blend it all out. I use my foundation to do a cut crease. The reason I do cut creases is if I ever put on like a shimmer or like a gold glitter, which I normally do. Like if you want to put on any lighter color than the colors that you have on, a cut crease is very helpful. I don't do it the way that other people do it. I just kind of like put it on my eyeball, my eyelid, and kind of call it good. I feel like there's definitely like a specific way that you're supposed to do it, but I don't do that. And then I'm going in with a gold. Gold is kind of my go-to when it comes to shimmer stuff. I don't know, it's just, I feel like it looks good. You don't always have to put gold in the cut crease, you can just leave it. I've seen a lot of people just do that, where they just put like they just leave it like the color that it is. Sometimes I'll put the like brown, I'll bring the darkest color under my eye like that, and then I'll bring the gold over and I'll kind of blend them together. I don't always do it because when I put my foundation on, I go up to my eye and then it kind of just like ends up being covered by foundation. But yeah, and then I'll just wipe off the excess. Next, I'm going to put on my eyeliner, which is probably the hardest thing to do. I do use my like regular eyeliner, but sometimes if it's not working, I have this eyeliner that I use for my magnet eyelashes that you will see in a bit, which are also a difficult thing to put on because although I like them way more than my glue ones, sometimes it takes them a minute to connect to the magnet eyeliner, and I have to like continue putting more eyeliner on so that there's enough on there for the magnets to stick to my eyeball. But my wings usually always just look the same. I don't do like different types of wings. I just kind of go out for my eyeball, and I just in the end, I don't know, it just all kind of comes together. That's my magnet eyeliner that I use. It just has like a lot better line, I'd say. It comes out a lot cleaner than my other eyeliner. Sometimes if I can't get a clean line, I'll just pull down my eyelid. I'll hold on to my lashes with my fingers and then I put the eyeliner on. Because my eyes, like, they twitch a lot when I'm trying to do this, so it's easier to just hold my eyelid down. One thing that I always have to tell myself, and I think is a really good tip, is like with your like eyeliner, they're not twins, they're sisters, just like your eyebrows, they're not twins, they're sisters. The point is to make them look close to like the same thing, but not they're not going to look exactly the same. Here I'm going in with a light brown to do my eyebrows, and then after I will go in with a darker brown over top of it. This is just to get a base of where my eyebrows are at so that I can get a good outline, and then I go in with a darker just to make them more defined. I can't do it like those Instagram girls. I don't know how to do that. I have tried, it just doesn't look the same. So I kind of just like fill them in. It's pretty much all I do. If you want a link to any of the palettes that I use, just leave a comment below and I will make like an Amazon list or something and give you a link to those palettes. But honestly, if you just type them into Amazon, they're pretty easy to find. I don't have a ton of palettes because, I mean, I already have like so many colors and I'm not like this like pro makeup artist. So anyways, we're going to start with my face now. I don't always use a primer, but I know that a lot of people do. So I'm using the primer that I have. It's this Argan Oil Shimmer Primer that I use. I like almost never use it, but in this instance for this video, since I know that a lot of girls do use a primer, I'm just kind of showing like when you should put it on, I guess. For future reference, I'm definitely not going to use it because this next process makes it very difficult with the primer on. So I use this like skin tone powder and I put it on my face as a base. Of course, because of the primer being oily, it like was hard to put on this powder. Normally I don't use the primer, so it's a lot easier to put on. I put this on and then I spray it with my e.l.f. Like makeup setter, and this just makes my makeup last a lot longer and just look better on my face. Also, it like helps prevent my like pores from getting super clogged up and my makeup just looking super like cakey by the end of the day, you know. I saw the trick on a video once and I thought I'd try it and I've just been doing it ever since. So yeah. Next I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I use an ivory, like a light ivory type color, and a beauty blender to just blend that out. I'm not a brush person. I used to be a brush person. I am not a brush person anymore. I just think that the beauty blender looks so much better when applying makeup than a brush. once I have all of my foundation on, I go back in with the skin tone powder, just to like cover it up, give it a nice solid like top so that it doesn't look so greasy, so that it lasts longer. And then I'll go in with my contour stick. It is alright, I guess. It's got like one half that's the light color and the other half is the darker color. I am in the process of buying a better one for my more like my nose. I wish I had like a smaller one. It'd probably turn out better. I'm not the best at the contour. I do what I think I should. I don't know. When I blend it out, it's not always easy to see. Like on my, like under my cheekbones and my forehead, you can really like tell that there's contour there, but I feel like everywhere else, I don't know. I think that I just, one of these days I'll get better at it, but I just kind of put it where everybody else puts it, I guess. Kind of like under my eyes, next to my nose, above my lips. I do a lighter one on the side of my chin, and then I'll do dark under my chin. And then I just like blend it all out. And then after I blend it all out, I'll go use a like bronzer to really make the like my under my cheeks and my forehead like really pop. And then I'll go in with the powder, which you'll see here in a second. So I used this fancy bronzer that I saw in a video once, I think. I honestly don't know where I like found it, but I love it. It smells amazing. And I use this like narrow big brush to apply it. But again, like the same thing with my eyes, like I don't really know. I kind of just pick brushes as I see fit, and then I'll go in with my white powder here and get a little baked. Makes everything just kind of look better, I guess. I don't know. I do what I see on the internet, so couldn't tell you why these things are important. I could look them up and explain them, but I just do what I see. So I usually put my powder on the places where I put the highlighter, like the lighter tone, just to make it more defined. And then here I'll go in with my blush. I use a big brush for this. I honestly don't know why I put blush on, because I feel like most of the time I can never see it, so I did just buy a blush stick. Hopefully that will work better, and then I'll just cover up a couple blemishes that I saw right here. Go in with my bronzer a little bit again, touch everything up, and then I will go in with my highlighter next. I have two different highlighters that I use. I have a stick and this guy. So I'll put the stick on, and then I will put a little bit of highlighter on the brush just so that it looks better when I blend it all out. It just looks better and easier to apply, I suppose. But whatever you want to use, I feel like it doesn't really matter when it comes to highlighter. And I use a small angled brush and the stick highlighter to just put a little highlighter under my eyebrows. Then I'll touch up my eyeliner a little bit because, of course, naturally I get some foundation on it. These are my magnet eyelashes. Sometimes they're pretty easy to put on, other times they choose to be difficult, so literally you're just gonna sit here and watch me struggle for a little bit because they were not easy to put on. Sometimes if they don't stick, I tend to put more of the magnet eyeliner on, because sometimes it helps if it's maybe just like a little wet. Other times that's not the case. It's very random when it'll work and when it won't work. I still prefer them over glue because they're easier to take on and off and move around, you know? Like once they're on, they'll stay, but like the application of moving them is a lot easier. So then I go in with my light mascara. If I don't put on my eyelashes, I usually use 3 different mascaras, but with my eyelashes on, I don't need a lot of mascara. I only put it on to blend my regular lashes with the fake ones and to make sure that the lashes are sticking. As you can see here, one of my lashes was not, and I could tell by using my mascara that it wasn't sticking, so I put on some more eyeliner and then I attempted to put it back on. I think after that it stuck. So I went in with my mascara. I like this one because it's got a simple one for the top and it also has a bottom lash one, which I really like to use. Now I'm going to put on my lipstick. Normally with looks like this, I am a very power move kind of person, so I like to definitely go with my reds. The only thing about using lipstick is I struggle with it staying, so I bought this new lipstick that I saw on the internet. Apparently it's supposed to be long lasting and like not rub off. I will say that it does work if you put the gloss on. If you don't put the gloss on, it rubs off fairly easy, which is kind of a bummer because I prefer the matte look. But honestly, like, it's pretty solid. The fact that it doesn't like smear and I can eat and I don't have to worry about getting it like on my like food or on my cups, you know. I call this lipstick. It's not an actual stick. It's kind of like a lip gloss application, but it's pretty much lipstick. I love the shades that it came with, but yeah, mostly I use the reds, darker, more scarlet reds. I just love them. They look so much better. So just cleaning up the lines a little bit. After this, I am going to do my hair, which will be a very simple and easy look. And we're done. This is the finished look. I was going to curl my hair for this shoot, but then I realized I have another one tomorrow, and my one tomorrow is more of like soft and, you know, kind of casual. So I think I might curl my hair tomorrow, and today I'll do a more serious shoot with more of my fancier, nice, fashionable, chic clothing. But yeah, this is the look. I figure out how to do, I mean, this with my hair is super easy. You just straighten it and put it in a pony. It's not like, oh, I finally learned how to do this with my hair. Like, it was honestly, it wasn't like something that I had to like learn to do. It was kind of just like a video that I saw, and I was like, let me try that. And so I did it, and I kind of, I don't know, I kind of like it. I hate that my hair was cut unevenly, kind of like it can't be even in the front. Like, do you see? I don't know if you can see, but like the difference in length is different, and it makes me so sad. And I could like part it over on this side to make this side as long as this side, but I prefer my part in the middle. It's a little off right now, actually. Let me see. No, that's worse. I don't know. I'll fix it later, but yeah. Anyways, that was one of my first makeup tutorials. Super easy. I really love this look. I feel so adult right now. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and if you want more videos like this, please, one, like and subscribe, and then leave in the comment, maybe say like, I love these videos, want to see more, want to see you do a live makeup tutorial. I can also do that. Yeah, but just let me know in the comments. Okay, bye my lovelies, bye!